everyone, welcome back or welcome to the channel. I'm Brie.
And I'm Tori.
And this is part 2 of our reaction to 17's Face the Sun album, which if you are one of our lucky friends who see part 2 before you see part 1, stop it. Go watch part 1.
Sometimes that just happens.
I know, so you're here, go watch part 1. I see you.
You can watch it after this, just make sure you watch it.
Anyway, the reason that we are doing this album now, if you did not see my introduction in part 1, is that we are doing this as sort of concert prep for our November 1st 17 concert. We're just trying to gather as many songs for the concert as possible, even though we will not be able to get everything. But there were a lot on this album. So
we just didn't want to have half this album under our belt and the other half not. It just kind of it's hard to get into, not hard to get into an album, but it's more fun when you can listen to the majority of an album. Yeah, tell a story in one go versus already knowing we already knew Darling and Hot, and then we would have known I guess so would 5 songs off of those. Yeah.
So that's why we have this album here. We're going to jump in with part 2. We did the Hot choreography video and the other 3 songs.
Choreography video.
Yeah. The other 3 songs that we had not yet heard. And now we're going to move on to our last 4 songs that we have not yet heard from this album. We're going to be starting with Shadow.
Interesting name. I'm still waiting for this to turn dark, but maybe it won't.
Well, I mean, if we're facing the sun, where would the shadow be?
Well, they do have shadow in Hot, and they do show it in the choreography practice as well.
Yes.
I do remember Uji specifically with his shadow.
Yeah. So let's see what we're getting into. I really like these photos. Let's go. Pause already. Ooh. What is my... Fast. Again for the vocals. Oh, it's fast. Beautiful.
Ooh, I love this. Okay. Excuse me. Is that where it started? Okay, I'm gonna go here. The Slay started at 0.
No, that's true. Oh, I'm obsessed.
You know.
That's Coops.
You're waiting for more, baby. I'm a shadow of you.
In my head, I did it. Don't worry.
Okay. So this is kind of what I was, not like dark, but this is kind of like what I was hoping for to come through in this, because it can't be, if you're going to face yourself, it can't always be, oh, I'm running towards the sun and I'm just head on and everything's great and it's just burned away everything, right? There's also got to be that struggle. And so this song right now might, I don't know, I love this song a lot. I really liked the message in this song. I liked you could almost feel the sorrow in the way they sing it, to almost kind of like apologizing to themselves for hiding that part of them that they couldn't accept, that they tried to hide away and keep locked away, that they had
to that part that they've locked away and hurt.
That you have to accept and come to love to actually fully embrace yourself. And that they were even saying that they're a shadow of their shadow. So it's almost like, you
have all these pieces of yourself.
So if you're going to face that bright, blinding sun and face yourself and all of the happy and the great parts of yourself, you're also going to have that casted. Everybody has that shadow. You have to embrace the full part, dark and light, to be like, to love yourself fully. And so I really love this song.
I also felt as though in this song specifically, we've changed the sun to be like our beacon of happiness. More so in this song, facing the sun was hiding. If I face all the light, I can't see all the dark behind me. Just kind of like, I'm intentionally going to face all the brightness so that I don't have to face everything else that I don't want to see behind me, and kind of using that to run away until you realize you can't do that anymore.
It was kind of like just ignoring that it's behind you in the first place. Kind of keep it back there so that no one sees it. You hide it away.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. I think I really, really take to this message. Personally, it's not something I'm very good at, but it is something that I think is a constant battle of knowing that the parts of yourself that are the darker parts, the shadows, the parts that you may not always be the most proud of, that is still part of you and part of your journey, and that's what helps you get to the places that you currently are. And like you said, you have to accept all of those things in order to fully love yourself. You can't just love one side of things. You have to join them both together to create this whole person, this whole image, this whole being. The way that they did that, though, like as I mentioned, I just kept mentioning it felt so fast. It was just going so fast. And I think that's because we were running. We were running away. We were constantly turning away and running away from things. And then when we break it down and talk about the shadow, that's when everything slows down. The track is stripped away, and it's just these gorgeous, moving vocals from the members. That was an incredibly moving song. Brought to tears. It's one of those songs that I don't quite know how to verbalize the way that it made me feel, if that makes any sense. Just the fact that it's something that I know so many of us are actively working on, and it is something very big that I'm actively working on right now. I know that we both are. I know so many of us are. It is a constant journey.
Hey.
But just so y'all know.
Hey. This goes for you. Hey, every single one of you. Hey. It's true. Right there. That's okay.
Honestly, it is. Oh, wow. Okay.
Proud. Okay. I'm not ready to move on, but okay. We're moving on.
That is living rent-free in my head, 100%. Okay. So now we have...
About you.
About you. About you, about me?
About you.
Okay. Ooh. Sorry, I'm gonna start over. I was not reading the lyrics. I was trying to figure out what we were hearing in the beginning. Is that a choir? Ooh, pretty run.
Boom, 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 boom.
The repetition of the words. Ooh. Stop it.
It's the greedy. It's the frog. It's the
I'm gonna cry.
For me. I love the flow. The repetition.
DK.
You gotta come in like that. Wow.
Those harmonies.
You're gonna kill me with these like bright songs.
This whole album's gonna kill me.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready for the sun to come so I can just face it.
I am facing the sun. My son is 17 with the bright songs and everything. Anyway, I aside from like the bright sound of this, because I mentioned during it, I think we both did, but it's like the repetition, all the words, it just made it very playful, bouncy. It had this very sharp, like the beat, the flow of the verses. I don't know how to describe it other than it just felt like I was in a field with all of them jumping around and singing this, like the way that it had like all of their layered vocals. It just felt like this big, almost like this festival of just singing together and just spreading love and joy and happiness.
I thought they were singing me.
I said I was in a field with them.
But I think they were singing them.
Okay.
Me and them, not you, excluded.
We're all in this together. Pew, pew, pew. Oh gosh, okay. Like literally all the love I previously saved, there's no point in holding it back anymore. I'm giving it all to you. I'm giving you everything that I have.
They said from beginning to end.
I'm just
kind of like in Domino, it's from beginning to end as well.
No matter who it is, I'm always choosing you. Carrot. Is it carrot?
It's either that or it's themselves,
That's
to be
true.
honest.
Okay. I could live in every single one of these songs for every moment of the day. All right, now we are moving on to If You...
Whoa. Oh, that sounds slow. Okay,
If You Leave Me.
The one thing that I've noticed is out of all the albums that we've I think we listened to so far we've had like teams or units. This one hasn't had any.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I like the color scheme of these photos too. Slight distraction.
Minty.
Okay. That first note was a little ominous.
If You Leave Me. Yeah, I can see. Okay. Ooh, pretty.
먼 나라 만약 내가 떠난다면 난 아마 살지 못할 거야. 먼 나라
The overlap.
그냥 생각 안 할래. 잠시 떨어져 있었던 시간도 내 맘을 소란스럽게 만드는데 일어나지 않을 일인 걸 알지만 상상만으로도 눈물이 나. If you let me baby, no. If you let me baby.
How the if is emphasized.
내 눈물이 비가 되어서 내려 사계절을 멈추지 않고 잠길 거야. If you leave me 내가 뭘 할 수 있을까요? 모든 날에 살아 숨쉰 이유는 너인데 고장났던 시간들이 내 세상이 다시 움직이게 숨이 고장났던 시간들이 내 세상이 다시 움직이게 숨이 더 끝에 차도록 너에게 달려둔 그림자가 내린 밤에 내가 내 곁에 지킬게 영원한 시간으로.
Wow, gorgeous.
넌 내게 내 맘을 안아줘. 너 없는 내일이 싫어. 너는 내 세상에 날아서
Oh my.
뭘 줘도 아깝지가 않아. 우리대로 영원하기를. If you leave me baby, oh no. If you leave me baby, 내 눈물이 비가 되어서 내려 사계절을 멈추지 않고 잠길 거야. 내가 뭘 할 수 있을까요? 모든 날에 살아 숨쉰 이유는 너인데 고장났던 시간들이 내 세상이 다시 움직이게 숨이 더 끝에 차도록 너에게 달려둔 그림자가 내린 밤에 내가 내 곁에 지킬게 영원한 시간으로. 너의 손을 꼭 잡고 있고 싶어. 그냥 내 곁에 있어줘.
Wow.
I am utterly speechless.
That might have been one of the, like, vocally impressed songs. Like, vocal songs I feel like that has, like, impressed me the most. I don't know, because there've been some really good, but it's all of them. I felt like blended, like, as an entire group.
I was about to say that was one of my like favorite vocal songs from all of 17.
Like the entire group, like the way they overlap, the way they would like go like harmonize or play off each other or go like weave in and out, like with the lower register and then the higher register when they were harmonizing. Like that was just like there was so much that went on in that song, with such a simple back track.
Mm-hmm.
And it had to be, because there was so much vocally that just happened in that song that I'm still kind of in shock a little bit. Like that was absolutely gorgeous. That was amazing.
There was a lot of vocal overlap. There was a lot of like echo effect, or there at the end, like the way that he ended his lines, like it was pure pain and agony and desperation. And then Mingyu with his high, delicate notes, all of these harmonies, like you said, the back and forth. And there were a lot of, not even just like vocal techniques in the song, but just like a lot of the vocal emotion, the portrayal. Everything about the song was stunning. I don't know how I would listen to this song again without getting
Sobbing
emotional.
In your car on the way to work, and they're like, "Oops, sorry." And they're like, "Why
I
are
was
you
like, I just said,
cry?" Why did you show up with red eyes? Don't ask me about it. Do you know if you leave me by 17?
The lyrics as well. Again, like, if I were to just kind of continue, and that's just because that's where my brain is taking me, but if I were to continue to constantly go back to facing the sun, I feel like whoever or whatever they're singing to has become their sun. And so if that was to leave, it's taking all the light with them. It's taking everything, the warmth, the light, everything that they need to live and grow and thrive. It's taking all of that away. I say that because they mentioned something about like facing you or running to you, and we've had that theme going, but
they also mentioned shadow,
and that's kind of where I was wondering about the light, the sun. And so again, that sun being this different thing in this album.
Wow.
Those duet moments, those were unparalleled. Like that was something else.
That was amazing. Like I was not expecting that at all.
If anyone has like a word to describe this song, I would love to know your thoughts, because aside from the fact that I'm just speechless, I don't know how to describe what masterpiece just happened here.
Phenomenally heartbreaking, heart-wrenching.
Word.
You can mash it together. Hyphen it.
Yeah, hyphen it.
Makes it a word. You can do that. That's normal.
Okay.
Hyphen a word, it makes it one.
Yeah.
Hyphen many words makes it one still, you know?
Yeah. I'll do that.
The premise of the song itself is really sad too, though. Like that emptiness that they're like coming, like that they're portraying comes across so well. Like even if you don't put it like in the storyline of like where we're kind of going, which is kind of where I'm at too with you know, facing yourself and all that kind of thing. If you just have it as a standalone song, you could put it into so many categories. You can put it into like this, like a person or something that's just that important to them. You could put it in as like, you know, Carrot, if they're talking about like, if you would leave me, then what would we do?
Yeah.
You know, like the song itself is just, it's so heart-wrenching, like the lyrics of the song.
I think that's why I got emotional, aside from the fact that like the music itself can bring out the emotions, whether or not you read the lyrics or have anything to do with the lyrics. The music itself is like, it is very emotional, but I think I just kept thinking in so many different terms of like loss and this, and that's what was very heart-wrenching.
I mean, they even mentioned in the beginning, like it wasn't like that long, I think they said, but it was still hard, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Man, okay.
For even the time we were apart for just a moment, I think is like it was just a moment, and it was, yeah, it caused like a shift. That's like I just couldn't even like function, you know.
Gosh, okay.
All right, so
my heart.
Ash is how we're gonna burn it all to ash. Ooh, rise from the like a phoenix.
I was just thinking, sun is hot, burn ash.
Rise from the phoenix.
That's really good. My brain just went hot
like
ash.
Okay.
I'm so glad you have good.
I feel like we're getting something different with this song versus the last one, because just by the pictures alone, right? Just from the vibe of the photos.
Okay, sorry.
I feel like this one might be a little more hard hitting than. Okay, let's see what Ash has to tell us.
I don't like it.
Gotta catch them all. Ashes. True.
right, Hoshi. Oh, the compass again. Ooh, leave me alone, June.
Ooh. New World. Oh. Oh.
Ooh, I liked his.
Yes.
Wherever.
Oh. Ah.
Hey, hey, What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? And the vocal effect.
Okay. Make it rain.
Damn. Ooh.
Okay, so
Ooh.
Phoenix Rising from the Ashes. I think we got it. All right, that was it. Thank you for coming to our reaction. No.
Okay.
What I liked about this song, like the lyrics, other than like we're literally rising from the ashes, was that I feel like they took themes from every track on this album, which makes sense because it's the last one and that we're taking all those, burning it down and becoming something new. But you could see the themes from that album, like in here with them talking about like facing the sun and then the shadows and all that kind of thing. I feel like they took everything we just went through, put it in here, burned it, and then just tossed it up and became like Phoenix.
Used it to grow.
We reinvented ourselves and became something new from the ashes. But I thought that was really cool because I felt like there were specifically nods to the other the lyrics and the rest of this album. I don't know if you saw that too.
I saw several of them. Yes. I also really enjoyed the line about the arc because I mean, considering the
ashes as well,
original arc, I mean that was more of like the water aspect of things, the purity of the water, the flood. But then we have this one, which would be ash, the fire, which is a total like polar opposite experience and situation considering where the arc initially came from. And so I really enjoyed the thought of like how different that would be of like going through the ashes and the fire and everything that's been burnt and left to dust. Just like I really liked the visualization of that compared to an arc like through the flood, the water.
Right. Or in the Sahara Desert.
Yes. I just really liked that kind of like juxtaposition there.
Mm-hmm.
I have to take a deep breath to formulate my thoughts so that I don't speed talk through all of my thoughts because I'm so excited.
I like the make a choice, do or die. It's like it's now or never. Like we gotta decide here, buddy. We're gonna sink or swim. We're gonna. What's the opposite of sink or swim? We're not water.
Fly or burn. Are we gonna fly or are we gonna burn?
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Impeccable.
I liked that as the ending. That was so.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, considering how we had a lot of confidence and bubbliness, and then we had a lot of, there was some struggle, some heartbreak and sadness and fear, and then we go to essentially reinventing from the ashes.
Mm-hmm. We're taking all of that and that entire journey of us facing ourselves and learning these things, and we're burning it all down and rising from that as a new shiny diamond.
If I could take anything from this album, or like anything that I feel like we all should take, I do believe it is when they're saying face the sun, they're saying face all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Face everything that comes with it. There's going to be moments of confidence, bubbliness, joyfulness, brightness. There's also going to be the struggle and the pain and the darkness.
Easier said than done.
It is so much easier said than done, but it is an important thing to consistently try to remember that it is okay to have the pieces behind you, because if you're facing the sun, there is always going to be some sort of darkness beside, behind you. My therapist would be so proud of me.
Good job.
Thanks. Anyway,
I'm hot.
Genuinely though, I really, from start to finish, this entire album had a really strong story to tell, and so I'm very curious. Yes. I really, really felt like this one really resonated. I'm really curious how you guys feel about this album from start to finish. If there is a favorite song, you know what I'm going to ask. If there's a favorite song or two, or if it's not and you just love them all.
Or 8.
How this song kind of just sits with you, how you feel about the album as a whole. Please let us know. I'm very curious to know your thoughts. I know we both are. So thank you guys so much for watching this with us. We love you so much, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.